I'll lead the way.
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die? And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die.
What happened?
Okay, enough. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go...
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something.
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play. It's different from before. After I got out,
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest, Traveler. Paimon.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is...
I gave him some antipyretics. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher,
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia forest's climate. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale. Have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
all right. Thank you.
Contaminated region. Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, the only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidia forest, so...
We feel the same way.
All right, let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass.
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watch.
Closed? Now that's odd.
It's a long story. Some of our goods, they were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that all the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just we asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing... How many people were there in total?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many,
No people?
even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
What the heck? The Avidia Forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses,
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course. Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VI.
Enough! Tell me something that's actually useful.
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, if you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right, we'll go and have a word.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with... It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. A caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal... Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but it...
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's...
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to...
How are things?
We learned of its behaviors, but assuming normal operational status, if I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things, or the Mora you made. But it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a...
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of Oh.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate... Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition. It lives in the contaminated... If we have said components, we can lure it out, well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can...
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical component. Once it appears, capture it.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Keep up. Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter.
Then let's get to it. Molly.
Okay. We'll start from here, and have the Sumpter Beast with the... This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm, and...
The Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Huh? Why did it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled. Let's give it something to eat.